Who is appointing authority?
My Lord, at the relevant point of time, my Lord, Commissioner, and subsequently, my Lord, the Principal Secretary. Rather, Commissioner come Secretary, that was the post, my Lord.
There is the material.
Where is the material?
To show that the commissioner was the appointing authority insofar as circle inspector come.
If your Lordship will come to Annexure C.
Annexure C
to the affidavit filed, my Lord, last affidavit. It is filed by the Principal Secretary, Additional Chief Secretary, and Principal Secretary Revenue, Mr. Des Mehrotra. On 9/12, affidavit is dated 9/12/22. And your Lordship, my Lord, in English, your Lordship, the pleading, your Lordship will find that page 5, paragraph 7, my Lord, English, my Lord, pleading, your Lordship, that the appointing authority for the cadre and post of Circle Inspector cum Kanungo as on dated 20/8/90, 28th of August. Para 7, page 5. That the appointing authority for the cadre and post of Circle Inspector cum Kanungo as on dated 20th of August 1990, where all divisional commissioners, as per contents of the various executive instructions, circulars, resolutions, etc., released and communicated from time to time at the level of Revenue and Land Reforms Department, Government of Bihar. And for that, my Lord, your Lord will find in Annexure C, although it is in Hindi only, my Lord, I will read only one sentence, different line. बिहार राज्य अवर सेवा चयन परिषद बिहार से अनुशंसित उम्मीदवारों की नियुक्ति सहायक चकबंदी पदाधिकारी के पद पर की जाएगी. इनके नियुक्ति पदाधिकारी प्रमंडलीय आयुक्त, इट इज डिविजनल कमिश्नर. देन योर लॉर्डशिप काइंडली सी, my Lord, the pleading question, your Lordship, for subsequent development. Para 8 at page 7. What's you've got? That it is relevant to mention here with coming into force of the Bihar Subordinate Revenue Service Cadre Rules 2004 and subsequent Bihar so-and-so 2010, the Bihar Government Commissioner and Secretary Department so-and-so Principal Secretary has been appointing authority thereafter and presently for the post and cadre of Circle Inspector cum Kanungo, renamed as Revenue Officer as per provisions of these rules. As such, Principal Secretary, Revenue and Land Reforms Department, Government of Bihar is the appointing authority for the post of cadre of Circle Inspector cum Kanungo as on dated 20th of July 2016. And for supporting annexure, your Lordship, find, my Lord, annexure F, page 23. It is the rule, my Lord, although it is in Hindi, only one, my Lord, at the bottom, page 23, Anga, it is in Hindi. नियुक्ति प्राधिकार से अभिप्रेत है आयुक्त एवं सचिव, स्ट्रोक सचिव राजस्व एवं भूमि सुधार विभाग. Thereafter, my Lord, again it is 2004 rule, your Lordship. And thereafter again, my Lord, if your Lordship will come to annexure G at page 29, it is 2010 rule. At page, kindly come to, my Lord, annexure G, page 29. Lordship, got it. It is, my Lord, in Hindi, rule 2, सब रूल ज, नियुक्ति प्राधिकार से अभिप्रेत है अंचल निरीक्षक एवं समकक्ष ग्रेड के संदर्भ में प्रधान सचिव राजस्व एवं भूमि सुधार विभाग तथा सेवा के सभी उच्चतर ग्रेड या पदों के संदर्भ में बिहार के राज्यपाल. लॉर्डशिप गॉट that is pleading, my Lord, and the supporting documents, your Lordship, with respect to the appointing authority. On the previous date, your Lordship, the question was raised that whether this joint director can issue, my Lord, so cause, whether he has the competence to issue so cause, and for that, my Lord, paragraph 9 onwards, your Lordship, of the pleading, your Lordship. Lord, I am not remembering the name of the case, Lordship. Perhaps your Lordship is relying upon one judgment delivered by Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Misra J, my Lord, that the so-called notice or charge memo can be issued by the competent authority, namely the appointing authority. Para 9 onwards, that there is no post of joint director at the level of divisional commissioner offices. The post of joint director agriculture census is at the level of Department of Revenue and Land Reforms. Next, my lord, para 10, that the then joint director posted in the Department of Revenue and Land Reforms was authorized by the competent authority to oversee and do with the related files in the capacity of senior officer for the establishment matters of the said cadre and post of circle inspector cum Kanungo, and in such capacity he issued notices to the concerned petitioners as on dated 20th of July 2016. That it is also relevant to mention here that joint director agriculture census working in the department.
Delegation of power.
My lord, in the file, if you lordship,
No, where is the delegation of power? First of all,
the delegation of power, my lord.
you can't delegate the powers.
May I place the facts, my lord, in this way? That since, my lord, the competent authority, namely the appointing authority, has passed the relevant orders in the file, and thereafter, my lord, that led to issuance of so-called notice, my lord, and that's why in the so-called notice, the very opening word, my lord, is Nideshanusar, as directed.
Oh. He is the only authority. He has not been given subdelegation power.
And, my lord, only today, my lord, I would be reading, my lord. My submissions which were made, my lord, has been very finely recorded. May I refer to that in the impugned judgment, your lordship's kind permission.
Judgment.
Impugned judgment of this case, your lordship. It is just after the memo of appeal. It is just after the memo of appeal. In the it is part of the memo of appeal, your lordship. That would be my submissions, your lordship. I do not want to reiterate and waste your lordship's time. Page 12 of the judgment, your lordship. It has not been paragraphed, my lord. Page 12, internal page 12, your lordship.
Yes, sir.
After 5 lines, your lordship. Mr. So-and-so has led the argument so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so.
Here, sir.
G.
Uh,
Thereafter, my lord, of the counter affidavit filed on behalf of Principal Secretary in so-and-so, confirm that none of these petitioners had completed their statutory period Kalavadi for the post of Revenue Karamchari draftsman for promotion as a circle inspector cum Kanungo. He next refers to paragraph 7 of the counter affidavit to submit that these petitioners are governed by the service rules together with the amendments introduced from time to time, and thus by any promotion so granted to them has to be in tune with the service rules. It is submitted. Thereafter, after 5 lines, my lord, it is submitted that the order of posting of the petitioners as Kanungo, which is their basic grade, is not an order of demotion, nor the basic scale has been altered. It is submitted that the post of circle officer is a promotional post from the cadre of circle inspector or the equivalent, subject to fulfillment of the conditions present in the service rules. Land Council has referred to the service rules, a copy of which is placed as so-and-so. Rule 7 to 9, he submits that Kalavadi determined by the state government in its personnel and administrative department has been made an essential conditions for any promotion. In support of his submission regarding fulfillment of Kalavadi period as envisaged in the service rule, Land Council has referred to counter affidavit to the Joint State Director so-and-so. To circular of the Department of Personnel Reform dated 8/8/86 is submitted that even for the purpose of grant of junior and senior selection grade admissible to Revenue Karamchari, he is required to complete a Kalavadi of 8 years and 3 years respectively, but which has not.
we are not on merit.
Oh,
We are only competency. Whether joint director is empowered to issue such notice.
my lord, that there is a judgment that is against me, no doubt. My lord, I had the occasion to refer to that judgment, my lord, again at the cost of repetition. That is by Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Misra, as he then was in the Supreme Court. That in relation to disciplinary proceeding, charge memo can only be issued by the appointing authority. That is there, your lordship. But here, my lord, it is quite different.
Maybe.
Lordship will see, my lord,
That is the reason we are asking you repeatedly. Show us that commissioner has been authorized or secretary has been authorized to appoint circle inspector come Kanungo. Whether has he been empowered to subdelegate his power to some XYZ or not.
In the rule, my Lordship will not find anything.
Therefore, he
But, my Lord,
power.
but, my Lord, in the practice, what happens?
Yeah, then why rule should be there?
My Lord, kindly see, my Lord, what has happened, Your Lordship? Your Lord, glaring facts are also there on the record. Not sir, looking into the jurisdiction, rather jurisdictional error, Your Lordship, it is all right, my Lord, as Your Lordship would be pleased. My Lord, 5/8/87 is the date of joining on the post of draftsman. Within 3 years, 6 months, he was promoted, my Lord, on B.
How the state of Bihar is functioning, ignoring the rules, regulations. You show me the man, I will show you the law. That is the principle of the state of Bihar. And this is not the isolated case. We have come across a number of cases. In fact, posts are not existing. Posts have been,
Still appointment.
appointments have been made. There is no rule of law in the state of Bihar.
Now there is a rule of law. Earlier, it is all matter pertains to 87, 88, my Lord, very old matter.
Keep on rectification.
हाँ वो तो
That's all.
since Your Lordship is looking into jurisdictional error, may I seek Your Lordship's liberty, my Lord, that some liberty be granted to us also to move proceed in a
No, by this time, have they completed the minimum requirement of promotional criteria and all?
from that date? No.
No, all right. You can alter. You can postpone the date of promotion.
Then one thing, Your Lordship, it is all right with respect to my Lord.
I'll make an observation. We will make an observation. If otherwise, each of the petitioners, each of the respondents are entitled to promotion, as on today, you undertake necessary action.
Yes, but with respect to one thing, my Lord, there is, my Lord, another. Kindly see, my Lord, for a moment, my Lord. Hey, sorry, one thing I want to show, my Lord. ये हम लोग का है जरा केवल 1 मिनट और हजूर कर लेना My Lord, with respect to this, my Lord, there is CWJC 13209 of 16. I'm referring to, my Lord, from the writ.
What is that?
If Your Lordship will come to, my Lord, in Annexure 3 to that writ, Your Lordship. This is the order, my Lord, which is the so-called. And at the top, the opening line is Nideshanusar. And for that, I am trying to explain this, my Lord, that in the original file, original record, order of the Principal Secretary is there. Then kindly come to, my Lord. Transfer has, my Lord, at annexure. Interlocutory application, Your Lordship, is attached with that writ. Where under, my Lord? Notification dated 16/9.
No, what is the Kalavadi period is prescribed?
That था 5 years and 8. देखें. Just now, my Lord, I have shown from my submissions, Your Lordship recorded.
They had the benefit of interim order.
Yes.
So even today they are working. Then undertake review. Who are eligible to refix the date of promotion, and after giving notice and other formalities.
That will do, Your Lordship. That is required.
No, that
One more thing.
that liberty will.
Yes, only one more thing, my Lord. If Your Lordship will see, my Lord, one IA petition, my Lord, has been filed. It is, my Lord,
8 years and 3 years.
IA petition, Your Lordship, it is running page 55 of the writ. Only this document I will show. Lord, wide late notification dated 16/9/2016. My lord, what has happened, your lordship, that at the relevant point of time they were posted as Prabhari Chakwanti Padadhikari. It is, my lord, in charge Chakwanti officer, consolidation officer. And my lord, he has been deputed, your lordship, as in charge circle inspector. And thereafter, your lordship, he has been shifted from that post in charge, my lord, to in the same pay scale, because he was not holding the post, my lord, as a regular circle officer. And in his own pay scale, he was posted as in charge circle officer. And again, my lord, he has been sent somewhere back, your lordship, in his own pay scale. And that also, my lord, has been allowed to continue. Perhaps your lordship may not like to, my lord, allow them to continue, your lordship, as circle officer in charge. What has happened, your lordship, that the post of the deputy collector used to hold that post of circle officer, and there was a policy decision, your lordship, to recall those senior deputy collector as the circle officer, and that led to posting of these supervisory scale officers to the post of circle officer. Only this much, my lord, I want to point.
Yes, take them.
Your lordship, just one thing.